So Iowa today, good win. Real good win for Iowa. That's all I'm going to say is real good win for Iowa. And they were picked by a lot of people to lose. A lot of people had Iowa losing. And I never understood that. I'm like I think, I was like, yeah, it's hard to bet. You can't bet against Iowa. I don't care who they're playing. I think it's really hard to bet against Iowa. Purely because just the way they play. Every game they play is close. They do not do blowouts. Unless, of course, it's beating Murray State. And watching this game here, Ava Heiden is like getting a new player. Because she barely played in the regular season. So everybody talking about, Iowa this, Iowa that, when Hannah Stokey goes down. Ava Heiden's you might as well give them a brand new player with Ava Heiden. Since Ava Heiden's kind of figured it out, Ava Heiden runs hard, finishes well, is big, is strong, and rebounds. Like, she played 17 minutes, had 15 points. She did pick up 2 fouls in a row, which was a little bit annoying. But, she is basically relegated Addie O'Grady to end of the bench minutes. Like, if you want to look at Addie O'Grady's stats on the season, Addie O'Grady was averaging, to start the year, there were, talk about her going maybe in the third round of the WNBA draft. 12, 18, 10, 27, 9, 14, 18, 12, 17. And she has been relegated to now almost end of the bench minutes. She played 8 minutes today in a blowout, 4 minutes against Ohio State. Just because, literally, what's her name, took her chance. Ava Heiden took her chance. So, that's the big thing, is that Ava Heiden went and came in, did exactly what she was meant to do. She runs hard, she finishes, and yeah, she was brilliant. Again, Lucy Olsen did okay in the first half. It was one of those things in the first half where, it was a game. It was a 5-point game at halftime, was it? Am I right in saying that? Or was it a 5-point game? Sorry, with a couple of minutes to go in the quarter. And then they kind of ended the first half okay. And then, to start the third quarter, in the first half, it was all Ava Heiden. It was all Ava Heiden. She had 13 in the first half. And I look down, and I look back up, and it's like a 40-point game, and I'm like, let's go and watch UConn win by 50 as well. Let's go and watch UConn win by 50, or by 70, Jesus. Watch a few minutes of that game, and I turned it off, because I'm like, these were blowouts. No one expected this. People called Murray State to win. They lost by near 40. They lost by nearly 40 points. It was a massacre. And Murray State are okay. Ava Learn struggled. She was in foul trouble quite a bit in that game. And is she their best player? One of them anyway. She struggled a bit, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is the most underrated team. They've become the most underrated team in the nation again. Iowa have become the most underrated team in the nation again. And they have managed to find themselves a new star. They have found themselves a player that I can't see not being elite in Ava Heiden. Ava Heiden is so good. She just runs the floor hard. And that's the thing where it's this is a team that brings combo guards in at point guard. A rim running center that plays like her works perfectly with a combo guard. Imagine if she was playing with Caitlin Clark. Imagine if they had her backing up Hannah Stokey last year. Imagine if they had a version of her where she's her peak. That's all they would have needed. And I'm telling you, if Monica Sinano had been in college in one more year, Iowa win last year. But obviously, that doesn't happen. You can make the argument, if Aaliyah Boston was in college as well as Sinano, then South Carolina would win as well. It's a fair argument to make. But you've now got Addie Deal coming through to Iowa, who's their first 5-star, if I'm not mistaken, since what's her name? Since Caitlin Clark. This is the first 5-star they've gotten in a while. And you've now got a team that's going to be really, really good in the future. They've turned into the most underrated team in the nation, Iowa. They went on a 5-game losing streak 2 months ago. And since then have been one of the 5 best teams in the nation. And I stand by that. If they weren't on a back-to-back-to-back, they would have beaten Ohio State. How many better teams have there been since February the 1st. Since February the 1st, how many better teams have there been since Iowa? So what games have Iowa lost since February the 1st? They have lost one game to Ohio State. They lost to UCLA by 2. They beat USC. And they lost to Ohio State by 1 on the end of a back-to-back-to-back. So, like, we're looking at a team that is just, they're kind of peaking at the right time, and they can beat anyone. Like, I'm calling these to win. Like, I'm calling these to win their next game. Like, geez, NC State are frauds as 2 seeds, by the way. They're absolute frauds as 2 seeds. But NC State are one of those weird teams as well. NC State can beat anyone and lose to anyone. USC, it's not going to make a difference. I just want to see if I can get the, the bracket up. If I can go and get the bracket. My bracket has not gone well. 20% for UConn. How can I find the bracket? A view bracket. As I've already been gone. I predicted things screwed my bracket. How many have I gotten wrong? I predicted all of these right. I had all of these if I'm not mistaken. I didn't have Oregon over Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt screwed me. Vanderbilt are the only team to screw me. Like, I had freaking Vanderbilt going to the Sweet 16. Did I have I had West Virginia beat North Carolina. I might have Vanderbilt going to the Elite Eight. But that's literally my only. Vanderbilt have screwed me. I've gotten everything else right except Vanderbilt. Unless maybe, did I take Nebraska? No, I took the Haley Vanderbilt matchup. Either way, though, like, Iowa are in with a shot. Like, Oklahoma are not that good. They're not that good. Yes, they got Reagan Beers. Yes, they got a few other players, but it's like, I'm taking Iowa over them. I'm taking Iowa. I think Iowa gets stopped by UConn in the Sweet 16. A bit like 2021, but still, I think they're going to do it. This is such an underrated team. This is such an underrated basketball team. And Iowa are proving all the doubters wrong. They're proving all the doubters wrong. And Lucy Olson not even getting an honorable mention for an All-American. I understand, again, I looked at the 3 teams. Fair enough, her not making any of those 3 teams. But no honorable mention for Lucy Olson? That one's going to be personal. As much as she didn't play great today, it's going to, like, when Iowa make that run to the Sweet 16, it's going to feel so much sweeter when it's half the quote-unquote experts predicted them losing to Murray State today in a game they won by near 40. What was even I didn't even watch. I turned it off. I literally turned off this game. I've got other things to do. What was the biggest lead? I genuinely want to see what the biggest lead was. Is there a biggest lead? So the biggest lead was, yeah, they were up 40 at one stage. They were up 40. And late on in the game, oh my God, did I just see Jada Gyamfi play? Jada Gyamfi scored. That's when you know it's a blowout. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. Great win. Great win for Iowa. Anyway, I'll see you guys.